What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? What is going on, everybody? What is going on? We are live here with another Raiders call-in show. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We really do appreciate everyone coming in and being a part of the show. So we're here and we're absolutely live for another Raiders show. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I really wanted to get in here and let everybody know that we're live right now. And I'm gonna let everybody know what's going on. Renzo, gaming with JT. What's up? I missed your birthday 3 days ago. Your birthday was March 19th. Happy birthday, my brother. Thank you so much for tuning in. Raider Nation, what is going on, Raider Nation? We are going to talk, and we're going to have a call-in show as well. Thank y'all for tuning in. Everybody on Facebook, if you are watching on Facebook, thank you for tuning in. Gridiron Blitz, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Yeah, we're here and we're live with a show about the Raiders, man. I really don't do much about the Raiders, and I mean I do a lot of videos. Y'all did see a lot of videos from me, and a lot of people have been commenting. So hopefully we could get them in the chat as well. Please share it on your Twitter, share it everywhere where you need to share it, because we are going to be officially live for this and have people call in and talk about free agency. So I do want to make sure we get everybody into the chat. I do have one dislike already, but I ain't worrying about it because you're going to have your haters as well. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. Thank y'all for really tuning in into the show. I really do appreciate everybody coming in, and we going to get down to the nitty gritty. I'm just waiting for some players to get in. Waiting for some players to get in. What happened to the Raiders? Are going to assign another team. What do you mean by that, Renzo? Renzo, what do you mean? What happened to Raiders players are signing to other teams? No, it's just actually just free agency in general. It's just free agency in general with teams that I only know one Raider as of right now. One Raider as of right now that actually went somewhere else, and that was Carl Joseph. He signed a 1-year deal with the Cleveland Browns. Anything else, I really not too sure about it. So let me just share this real quick. And make sure the Raider Nation could come in and talk about some things, man. So yeah, I just wanted to do this show, and I have a packed show for y'all. I really do have a packed show for y'all. Hopefully, we can have more people in the chat for this, because I get so many comments. It's crazy how I get so many comments in the video, but then when I go live, it's like nobody is nowhere to be found when I talk Raider stuff. But I'm here, man. But I'm here. And hopefully we could get some people in the chat as well. But I'm not going to wait too long. I'm really not going to wait too long. I'm really not going to waste my time and, wait for people to come in to the chat. But we definitely going to get started with the free agency part of it. Now, the free agency, now how I feel about it is, bro, my dog is going to die tomorrow. Best of luck to you, brother. Best of luck to you, brother, and hopefully everything will be good. You heard about I heard about the coronavirus as well. I did hear about the coronavirus as well. So, yeah, so we're definitely going to get into the free agent signings. Now, the free agent signings, I can say, now, I think we signed a lot of people in free agency, but we got them on a bargain deal. And I like what we did in free agency. Starting it off with linebacker Nick Kowalski, the linebacker from the Chicago Bears. Now, Nick Kowalski was a very interesting signing. He was a very under the radar type of linebacker. I don't think it's a risk reward for him. I think that he's pretty solid. He's pretty solid in my opinion. And I just have to say, the Raiders, like, you can't be, you got to be satisfied with it, man. The guy is on a 3-year deal. And he was a former Chicago Bear linebacker. He did, come in for Roquan Smith, but Roquan Smith was hurt at the time. And Nick Kowalski, he comes from an NFC North that is pretty competitive. That is pretty competitive in my personal opinion. And I really do like the free agents that we got. I really do like the free agents that we got. And Nick Kowalski was one of those ones that I liked. I feel as though that we end up getting him for a bargain, and we got him for a nice price. We didn't break the bank with him at all, and I loved every bit about it. I loved everything about getting Nick Kowalski, because Nick Kowalski was a very interesting, got a very interesting linebacker, and as far as stats, where's Uncle Cardinal spotlight? I really don't know. We're talking Raiders right now. I really don't know. I don't want to be off track with the comments as well. Hopefully, y'all can come in and hit the like button and be a part of this show. Now, the call-in shows, I'll be doing this every Sunday night. Every Sunday night. But let's get back to Nick Kowalski. Nick Kowalski is a linebacker that we end up going out and getting. And we really addressed the linebacker position in free agency. I think we really addressed the linebacker position. I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it at all. And I love every single bit of it, man. John L. Jackson, what's going on, John L. Jackson? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I really do appreciate it, bro. I really do appreciate it. I'm just trying to get the list of the free agents that we have. I know I have them. For some reason, I know I have them. Don't get me wrong. But Nick Kowalski was one of the first ones that we did get. We we got a lot of people. And Nick Kowalski was for I think it was 3 years, $21 million. About 13 guaranteed in between that range, which is not that much at all. Is only for 3 years. We only got people for a lot of 3 years as well. So I can't really be mad at that. So with that being said, I do like Nick Kowalski at this position, knowing that we did fill a need, which it was the linebacker position. Now, the next person that I do like is another linebacker, which is Corey Littleton. Corey Littleton was the best linebacker in this free agency. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. There was the best linebacking core, and he was the best linebacker in this free agency. And we got him on a bargain, and that bargain is 3 years. He'll get 11 and a half. $11.5 million guaranteed. It could be up to $22 million. But at the end of the day, Corey Littleton was one of those guys that I really wanted to target. I really wanted to target him because of his style of play. Now I know that he can actually stop the run, and he could cover. Something like Tahir Whitehead, we all knew that he could stop the run, but he could not stop the pass. He was bad in coverage, in my personal opinion. So I really did like what I saw with getting Corey Littleton, and we getting him for only 3 years. The guy is only 26 years old. He's still young, and he became one of the top linebackers in football, being with the Los Angeles Rams, and getting him was definitely something good to have at the time. But let's get on to the next part of Corey Littleton, or no, let's get to Carl Nassib. Now, Carl Nassib came over from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he was a defensive end where he had a high motor and he was very quiet. But from the highlights and the breakdown that I did see from Corey Nassib, I really did love what we got here from Corey Nassib. Corey Nassib is going to help out with Max Crosby. He's going to help out with Cleveland Farrell. And he's going to help out this defensive line. This defensive line is stacked for the Raiders, and I can't say nothing else about it because they're stacked. It gives us more depth at the position, and I love the fact that we have this every single time. And coming from a Raider Nation, coming from a defensive line that's being revamped after the whole trade thing with Khalil Mack, it turns us into a lot of things, man. It definitely turns us to showing us that we're getting back to that caliber of a defensive line, knowing that we get in these pieces for our defense. For Carl Nassib, I don't think we got him for much. 3 years, about $17 million, $8 million guaranteed, which is not bad. We got him for another 3 years as well. And then the next The next one is Jeff Heath. Now, Jeff Heath is someone that's very different, in my opinion, because he plays special teams as well. And I think special teams is a big key of playing football or playing football at that. Mind you, at the end of the day, it's three phases of the football. And you have special teams, offense, and defense. And Jeff Heath can play special teams. He could be even a backup kicker because he kicked the football in high school and a little bit in college for what I read on him. But he's definitely a depth signing. He's definitely a depth signing. Just in case, he remind me of Eric Harris. He remind me of Harris a little bit that we have for the Raiders as well. So I really do like what we got with Jeff Heath. Knowing a lot of Cowboys players did come over to our defense, because Rob Millinari is our defensive line coach. Now, that's what I do love about it, is because that Rob Millinari, he attract those defensive players. And that defensive player was D tackle Malik Collins, Jeff Heath, and Jason Witten. And I think we got Rod Smith as well. Rod Smith was a former Raider, and he went to the Cowboys, went to a few other teams. It ended up coming back to the Raiders as well. But Malik Collins, he's 25 years old. We got him on a 1-year deal, $6 million, about $3 million in guaranteed, which is $6 million, about $5 million, $4 million guaranteed. We got him on a 1-year deal. Hopefully, that definitely helps us out with the line as well with PJ Hall and Maurice Hurst. That helps that rotation at the defensive tackle position. Now, what I can say is that I loved everything about it. I love everything about these signings when it comes to the Cowboys, getting Jason Witten and getting those type of players that that we actually love. Like, we really do love it so much that I would love to have that on there. But I do like that, though. Give me 1 second. And yeah, so with that being said, y'all, Malik Collins was definitely something to look forward to. But before we get into any other player, give me your grades. I need y'all to give me your grades for Nick Kowalski. What is your free agent grade for Nick Kowalski? Do you think he's a high A? He's a high B? Put it in the comments below. What do you feel about Nick Kowalski? What is his grade for our linebackers, knowing that we did upgrade it? Put it in the description, not in the description, but put it in the chat, letting us know how do you feel about Nick Kowalski, because Nick Kowalski was definitely something interesting that I didn't expect the Raiders to go out and get him. I thought he was very underrated in my understanding. I thought he was very, very underrated at that time. But shout out to Nicholas. He's on Facebook. Shout out to Nicholas for putting the -B for Nick Kowalski. Gaming with JT says AAA plus. I don't know about AAA plus. I'm not too sure about that. But I could say he's like a B minus, like Nicholas would say, a B plus, like James would say. So shout out to James for being in the chat. Shout out to y'all for being in the chat. I really do appreciate the Raider Nation being in here. And for the next person, for the next grade, what do y'all grade Corey Littleton? How do y'all feel about Corey Littleton? Please put it in the chat, because I am going to open up the lines real soon so y'all can call in and let me know how y'all feel about this draft. About this free agency review. So please let us know, how do you feel about Corey Littleton? Because Corey Littleton is one of those cats that I was really looking forward to getting. So put it in the chat. Let us know how you feel about Corey Littleton coming over from the Rams on a 3-year deal. Okay, Nicholas says A. He definitely says A. I do like that as well. Shout out to Nicholas for saying A. A plus, the number one linebacker in free agency. Yes, James, I absolutely agree there. It's definitely the number one linebacker in free agency. Fierce Raider says, hey, what's going on, Fierce Raider? Come on in and hit the like button, man. Come on in and hit the like button. I do like the fact that we did get Corey Littleton. Corey Littleton was definitely interesting. The biggest signing we could have got, exactly. I think that was one of the bigger names that definitely we got a splash for. I had a real tight feeling that we was going to get him. It was just something about him in a silver and black uniform. Even though he probably didn't want to leave the West Coast in general. So I love the fact that we got him on a 3-year deal. We didn't really break the bank for him and give him like 20 million guaranteed. But at the end of the day, he's a solid linebacker, and I'm happy that we filled that. All right, so defensive lineman Nassib. Carl Nassib, defensive end from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got him on a 3-year deal as well. What is your grade for Carl Nassib? Now, I wasn't expecting to get more defensive linemen in free agency, but I learned in our depth chart that we need depth at every single position. And the fact that we went out and got him, and I looked at his highlights, I was like, this guy is really interested. He is really interested. And I'm just looking at the defensive part, the defensive side for the Raiders as of right now. I'm not looking at the offensive side. We're definitely going to get into the offensive side. But Carl Nassib, I give like a C plus slash B minus type of guy. Nicholas says C. Shout out to Nicholas. Thank you for being in here, man. Thank you for being in here. But Nicholas, yes. I would say C plus slash B minus. I think he's going to help out Max Crosby and Cleveland Farrell. I think he might beat out Cleveland Farrell, knowing Cleveland Farrell was our number 4 overall pick. But you never know, knowing that Cleveland Farrell supposed to be bulking up at this time, but we just don't know. A for Kowalski. What's going on, Mr. Winters? Mr. Winters, what's going on, Mr. Winters? We did Corey Littleton as well, and now we're on Carl Nassib from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. People are saying B, some people are saying C minus. Yeah, that's not bad picks at all. It's not bad picks at all. So most likely I'm liking that, man. I'm liking it. So with that being said, let's go into Jeff Heath. What is your grade for Jeff Heath? What is your grade for Jeff Heath? Knowing that he's a special teams type of guy. He's a special teams type of guy, but he can play a bit safety as well. So how y'all feel about Jeff Heath? I mean, I would love to see how y'all feel about Jeff Heath as well. Please put in the description, not in the description, but in the chat, how you feel about Jeff Heath. I think Jeff Heath was like I think Jeff Heath is like a C. He's like a C to me. Skip Bayless talks about him bad. I don't know why Skip Bayless talks about him bad in my personal opinion. I think Skip Bayless can talk about him all he want. Honestly, that's just my personal opinion because Skip Bayless don't know what the heck he's talking about. And Skip Bayless is a Cowboy, so he's going to talk bad on former Cowboys. You just know how Skip Bayless would be. Heath is like a C minus. I could definitely say that. But I could see more of a C than a C minus. I say more of a C. But he could play special teams. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas. I really do appreciate that as well. But make sure y'all come in and subscribe to the channel on Spotlight Sports Talk on YouTube if you're not on YouTube as well. So Jeff Heath is definitely great on special teams. Defensively, Malik Collins, another former Dallas Cowboys defensive tackle, Malik Collins. What is your grade for Malik Collins? Because Malik Collins is an interesting pick. I saw a few highlights on him, and he can be very dominant, knowing he's going to be competing with PJ Hall and Maurice Hurst. So I would love to see it. I would love to see y'all, how y'all feel about how would y'all feel about Malik Collins. Malik Collins was a very interesting pick as well. Definitely interesting pick. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. I really do appreciate everybody tuning in into the chat. We're, recapping free agency. A minus, very disruptive. Yes, I agree, James. I absolutely agree that he's going to be very, very interesting to watch. Very, very interesting to watch. That's going to be interesting. I really did like that as well. So I think that's everybody on the defensive side, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. How do y'all feel about Eli Apple? I give this a C minus to me, man. I'm not really big on Eli Apple. I think we could have went out and got a more of a veteran corner like Xavier Rose, in my personal opinion. Eli Apple have not done anything for me to think that he should have came to the Raiders. Hopefully he does need a new scenery. But the new scenery I thought he would have had in New Orleans. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not really big on Eli Apple. Eli Apple is one of those type of cats that's he needs to prove. He needs to improve. And I think we only got him on a 1-year deal, a proven deal as well. So hopefully Eli Apple could come in and be something that a lot of people say, because you was the 10th overall pick in the draft. And I say a C minus for Eli Apple. I still think that we need go to address more in the draft or in free agency. If we would, Logan Ryan is still out there, Xavier Rose is still out there. I don't know who else is still out there as well, but those two is out there, and I don't know if they're looking for big money. I don't think Xavier Rose is, but I think Logan Ryan is D plus. So many other guys we would have picked up, knowing that's a big need for us. Exactly, Nicholas. Exactly. I 100% agree there. Shout out to Nicholas for representing on Facebook as well. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Now let's get to the offensive side. The offensive side of the Raiders signings right here. Now, the first one I really want to look at is Eric Kush, the guard from the Cleveland Browns. Now, I think I have a reason why we end up getting Eric Kush in this particular free agency, knowing the rumors are going around for Gabe Jackson. A lot of rumors are going around for Gabe Jackson about him being traded and the money that he's getting. Some people think he don't deserve it. Some people think he do. It's a lot of confusion going on there with Gabe Jackson, and going to get Eric Kush. Eric Kush is a veteran. He's been on a few teams: Cleveland Browns, Houston Texans, the Chicago Bears, now us. I think it was on some other teams as well. But how do y'all feel about Eric Kush? How do y'all feel about him as far as bringing him as a depth offensive lineman? How do y'all feel about Eric Kush? I am going to open up the phone lines real quick. Just give me a second here. Once we get into the full free agency, we're going to talk some draft as well on how the draft is impacted now, knowing that free agency has came in. C minus, we need Gabe. A lot of people say that Gabe Jackson can't stay healthy is the reason why he's on the trading block. So that's been a lot of rumors that's been going around with him as well. So yeah, so hopefully we'll be doing this every Sunday night. Every Sunday night we will be talking Raiders talk. Thank y'all for coming in to the Spotlight Sports Talk for the Raiders call-in show. I don't feel good about if it's going to replace Gabe Jackson. I heard he was a good offensive lineman, though. I don't know too much about Eric Kush, but I heard he was a good offensive lineman in my personal opinion. So I really don't know too much about him either. I absolutely agree there. I really don't know too much about him either. All right, so the next offensive person that we did get was Marcus Mariota. Now, this is a very interesting topic here. This is a very interesting topic of Marcus Mariota. And I say that because it's Marcus Mariota, so JD Rants was going on. Now, Marcus Mariota was a former starter in this league. Got his starting spot took it by Tannehill in Tennessee. And then he signs with the Raiders, knowing that's been speculation all year long outside of Tom Brady. Now, knowing that we didn't get Tom Brady, and I knew we wasn't going to get Tom Brady because it's Tom Brady. I knew he was not going to come to the Raiders. I knew that for a fact. But I do like the Mariota signing. What is your grade on the Mariota signing? Because I feel like this is an A. And I'm going to tell you why I feel like this is an A, because of the competition at the quarterback position. In the last 6 years that Derek Carr has been here, the starting job has been given to him. He really didn't have to earn that starting spot. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Derek Carr, knowing that he threw for 4,000 passing yards and he had 70% completion percentage. And the guy can really throw the football, but he's been kind of conservative at times. But that comes with John Gruden in his playbook as well. But in the last 6 years, Derek Carr has not had no competition at that position. Not even Mike Glennon. Not even Mike Glennon. And I don't care what nobody can tell me that Marcus Mariota could be, he's going to be competition. He's going to push Carr to be better. Now, if Carr start messing up, when I mean Carr start messing up, meaning that Mariota is going to take the spot. I don't really want him to. I would love for Mariota to just be a backup. But if Derek Carr keeps messing up, John Gruden is going to make the change. Raider Nation, you can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, they're going to make the change. B, competition is very healthy, but we need a future. Get Jordan Love. I don't see Jordan Love coming to us in the first round. I definitely don't see Jordan Love, but we're going to get into the draft talk as well once we finish free agency. So we are going with a B plus, a good backup. We could push Carr to be better. I definitely do agree with that as well. All right, so we're going with Nelson Aguilar, wide receiver, former Philadelphia Eagles, drafted from USC. How do y'all feel about Nelson Aguilar, knowing that I'm from Philadelphia and I live in Philadelphia, and I have no choice to watch Eagles games? Trade up for Joe Burrow, up 42. I don't know about that, bro. I don't think we moving all the way up to number 1 for Joe Burrow. I definitely don't see that happening. But how do y'all feel about Nelson Aguilar? Nelson Aguilar, I think he needed a new scenery, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think he might end up being something, but as a number 1 receiver, absolutely not. He's gonna be like the number 3, number 4 receiver on the depth chart. Not even on the depth chart. He might be number 4 and number 5 because Hunter Renfrow will be that number 3 in my number 1 opinion. So Nelson Aguilar, I think he just needs a new scenery. He was working with 2 different quarterbacks with 2 different styles with Nick Foles and Carson Wentz, and he really couldn't get going. But Aguilar is like a C plus, C minus, in between there. I wish it was in between the plus and the minus. He did have a lot of drops. He is fast. He did run a 4.42 at the combine when he did come out of college. So he is a speedster. And I think he can help us out on kick and punt returns just in case, if he can't do it. Super fast, but it doesn't catch the ball all the time. That's how I feel. Like a C minus in between. So I could definitely agree with that. But just to let you know, when I looked at the stats, that Amari Cooper still had more drops than Nelson Aguilar. But that's another story for another time. All right, so we're going to go with tight end Nick O'Leary. How do y'all feel about Nick O'Leary? Now, I feel like this is more like a fullback depth chart type of signing, because we do have a lot of tight ends. Like, I think we signed 2 tight ends, and then we have Darren Waller, Foster Moreau. We got Derek Carrier. So that's 5 tight ends so far on this roster. Somebody's going to get cut or somebody's going to get released. Now, Nick O'Leary, I watched some film. The guy can catch the football with no gloves. The guy has hands with no gloves. So if you do give him an opportunity to catch the football, Nick O'Leary is definitely something. Yeah, Cooper is an overpaid quitter. He definitely is an overpaid quitter. I could definitely assist to that. But how I feel is that Nick O'Leary it's an underrated signing. He's definitely an underrated signing. And I really do like the fact that he could definitely turn the page. He definitely be more of a blocker than a receiving tight end, knowing that we did sign Jason Witten. So since we are on the state of tight ends as well, how do y'all feel about Jason Witten and Nick O'Leary? Comment in the comment section, because I am trying to get through, so y'all could call in and say what y'all have to say, so we could go into some more Raider talk and some Q&A as well. A training camp body, okay, C minus. Cooper is an overpaid quitter. I absolutely agree with that. I'm kind of happy we don't have Amari Cooper anymore. Another tight end for blocking schemes, maybe. Yeah, definitely blocking schemes. I definitely do agree with that as well. I definitely do agree with that he's definitely going to be there for blocking schemes. And that's how I feel about Jason Witten as well. Jason Witten is going to bring some veteranship to that position as well. And I think the last one that we have is Rod Smith, Rod Smith is the fullback from the Dallas Cowboys. He was a former Raider with us. So let us know how you feel. Let us know how you feel about it. Witten is a coach on the field. C, yes, he's definitely definitely a coach on the field. But I am going to open the lines up. Let us know how you feel. Let us know how you think, man. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're not on Facebook and you are on YouTube, please go hit the like. Go like the page on Facebook at Silver and Black Podcast. And if you are on YouTube, please come over to YouTube and subscribe to Spotlight Sports Talk and hit that like button so we can have all the latest news in sports. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. I really thank y'all for tuning in. It's really been an awesome time trying to do this. This is something new that I want to do for the Raider Nation. Now, I am going to open up the lines. So let me get that all together for you right now. Let me get that all together for you. So I am going to open up the lines. So the number is right there. It is 267-776-4735. If you want to call in and let us know how you feel about the free agent signings, how do you feel about how you feel about the draft. The draft is definitely big, and it changes a lot. It changes a lot for us, knowing that if you do want to call into the show, with the YouTube channel, please. YouTube channel is Spotlight Sports Talk. I'm gonna put it in the comments for you, Nick. Nicholas is Spotlight Sports Talk, and I put it in there for you. I do have a YouTube called the Silver and Black Podcast, but this is where I get the most viewership from. So I do have it there. So the call in to the show is 267-776-4735. If you want to call into the show, please call into the show and let us know your opinions about these free agents. I do love these picks, man. I really do love these picks. And I feel like these picks are interesting to watch, man. They're really interesting to watch. So thank everybody for tuning in, man. If I have any questions for me, because this is a Q&A show as well. This is a Q&A show. So if you do want to call into the show, please let us know. If you have any questions, call up 267-776-7435. This is an awesome way of this happening. I love the fact that I love to go live stream and talk about the passion that I have for my Raiders. I know there's a lot of people live right now. It's not really too many Raiders that's live right now, but there is a lot of people live. C for Aguilar, Fierce Raider 88 says a C for Aguilar. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But I am going to do this every single Sunday, man. If y'all do have any questions, please let me know right now. And I could get this going for y'all. I could definitely get this going for y'all. But what's going on, everybody? What's going on, Raider Nation? I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited. If you do want to call into the show, please call into the show at 267-776-4735. I will call in, but I'm working right now. Hey, Nick, just subscribed. Thank you, Nick. I just subscribed. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I see we got 11 people in the chat for YouTube. Let's see how many that we have for Facebook. Cause I'm loving the Raider Nation right now. I'm loving what we're doing as a Raider. I'm loving what we're doing. We got 7 people. Technically, we got 7 people in the chat for Facebook as well. So yeah, we're officially live, ladies and gentlemen. We're officially live, and I'm loving it. We're just having interesting time. If you do want to call in, let us know now. The number is on the screen. If you want to call in to the show, and he never had 1,000-yard season. Who never had 1,000-yard season, James? Who never had 1,000-yard season? I'm kind of lost. I don't know who just had 1,000-yard season. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not too sure. I don't know what you mean about not having 1,000-yard season. It seems like everybody, what's funny about this though? Like when I put Raiders videos up, a lot of Raiders people comment under the videos, but then when I go live, they're nowhere to be found. So all the questions that they have for me, I would love to hear. I would love to hear what y'all have to say. Cause I'm here for it, y'all. I'm really here for it. I'm really here for the fun. I'm really here for it, man. People keep saying get Robbie Anderson. I don't agree with this pickup. What do you think? I did just put out a video saying that we should go after Robbie Anderson, but what Robbie Anderson is asking for, I don't want him. I don't want to. I think we should not break the bank for a wide receiver at that time. But Robbie Anderson, no. Nelson. Oh, Nelson Aguilar. Okay, yeah, he never had 1,000 yard season. Yeah, you're right about that. He never had 1,000 yard season. But I wouldn't go with Robbie Anderson. I'll go with Bashard Perriman. And still go get a wide receiver. Go get a wide receiver in the draft at number 12 or number 19. And that's what I really want y'all to call up here for. I really want y'all to call in to the show because of the draft. Now, the free agency changed a lot. And I've seen a lot of mock drafts out there today. A lot of mock drafts. Up 42. Nelson Aguilar, 9 receptions, 84 yards in the Super Bowl. That is a fact. That is a fact. But he's just not consistent. That is the problem. That is the problem. I just got some news from Ian Rappaport. So the Raiders gave Malik Collins a 1-year deal for $6 million, 5.75 fully guaranteed, but more details on it that he could earn up to $7.5 million with incentives. And this is definitely a steal in free agency. This is definitely a steal in free agency. So shout out to Ian Rappaport for giving us, man. Pyramid's a beast, needs a new team. Yeah, he needs a new team, and he has not been signed yet. I have not heard any news on Rashad Pyramid. Hopefully, we can go out and get him as well. I really would like for people to call into the show and, join the chat. That's what we want. We want y'all to join the chat and, talk to me outside of comment in the chat. So the number is down below, 267-776-4735. We are officially live, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, so I don't know. Brandon Cooks? No, I don't want Brandon Cooks. I don't want to bring on that no, I don't want to bring on that contract that Brandon Cooks has from the Rams. So I do not want a Brandon Cooks. Absolutely not. I do not want a Brandon Cooks just because Brandon Cooks has a big contract with the Rams, and I do not want the Raiders to trade for him, and we got to get that contract. No, I do not want that contract under our some company. I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a real bad idea to have the Raiders, go out and get Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks is not a number one. We need a number one receiver that can get down the field. We understand Brandon Cooks, he's a great route runner. He's small, but at the same time, it's, I just don't want him. I just don't want him. That's something that I would never want to get. I don't want Brandon Cooks. Absolutely not. They said Clinton Dix is a free agent. Sign him. I think Clinton Dix was signed. Clinton Dix was signed. I'm not too sure. I think he signed already. Let me look that up. I think he's already signed. I would love to get Clinton Dix if he's not signed, but I think that he's signed already. I'm not too sure. Let me just double check. I think yes, he went to the Cowboys. Yes, he definitely agrees with the Cowboys. So he's definitely off the market. He went to the Cowboys. So yeah, he's definitely off the market there. He's definitely off the market. So I really don't know. I mean, that's why I like Logan Ryan. I really love Logan Ryan. I really love to go get him due to the fact that what's going on, Brett Madsen? What's going on, Brett Madsen? Thank you for coming into the Raider Nation. Thank you so much for coming in and showing us love, man. But yeah, he went to the Cowboys, and I really want Logan Ryan. That's who I really want. Just watching him play in New England and watching him play this past year for the Tennessee Titans. I love the kid. And he's expecting that he wants $10 million guaranteed. I think he's not going to get that for his age just because he's up there in age and he's almost out of his prime. But do I love to have some type of veteranship in our cornerbacks, knowing to help out Trayvon Mullen and Jonathan Abram, knowing we don't have a Carl Joseph anymore? I would love to go get um I would love to go get him. I would love to go get Logan Ryan. Nick said, did the Raiders even try to trade for Hopkins? From what I've known, I haven't even heard no sources of the Raiders even trying to go trade for Hopkins, because DeAndre Hopkins got traded for 25 cents in a peanuts. That's just me. That is just me. Like, the Cardinals got a sweet deal out of this DeAndre Hopkins trade. Like, they really did. And I really think that if we was not we could, I'm just shocked that we did not even think about going into the DeAndre Hopkins trade. I think if we would have got him in the trade, our number one wide receiver is set. We wouldn't have went out and signed Nelson Aguilar or probably looked at another wide receiver, because you just don't know what's going to happen with Tyrell Williams. But at the same time, I would have loved for the Raiders to try to get DeAndre Hopkins, because the Cardinals didn't give up much. The Cardinals did not give up a goddamn thing besides David Johnson, and David Johnson is on his way out the door. He's on his way out the door, and that's just my personal opinion, that he is on his way out the door. And we could have had DeAndre Hopkins in a Raiders uniform. I would love to see that, man. I would love to see that. What? Man. Raider Nation, y'all all in the chat, thank y'all for being here. Let us know your overall grade for free agency for the Raiders. What is your overall grade? Trade for Hopkins, sign Perriman, done. Let's play some football. I doubt it. We even knew he was being shopped. We didn't know we was being shopped either, but at the same time, I mean, the Cardinals didn't know he was being shopped either. I think the Texans reached out to the Cardinals. I don't know why the Texans would need another running back, knowing y'all have Carlos Hyde there. And Carlos Hyde is a pretty solid running back. He's not an elite running back, but he's a pretty solid running back. But trade for Hopkins, sign Perriman, done. Let's play some. Yeah, that's just where I'm at with it. That's just where I'm at with it, because I just feel like at the end of the day, you got to think about it. You have to think about it. Like, this guy, DeAndre Hopkins, is one of, or like I said, arguably the best receiver in the game. If we would have known that he was being shopped, I think Mike Mayock or John Gruden would have did the same thing. Yeah, but I don't think DeAndre Hopkins has a crazy contract. Not that I know of. I don't think he has a crazy contract. The reason why did they trade DeAndre Hopkins, because it was Bill O'Brien. And I feel like Bill O'Brien could have called Mike Mayock or John Gruden to try to get DeAndre Hopkins to come to the Raiders. Overall free agency grade is a B+. I give it like a B+ or a B-, because it was a lot of position needs that we got. And I loved everything about it. B- on the grade. Yes, I do love the fact that it was a B-. I love that. I love it. I love the fact that it was a B-. Don't get me wrong. Gridiron Bliss, is you on the phone lines now? Yes, I am on the phone lines now. I am calling through Skype. I'm not using a free conference call. I am calling through Skype. So if you want to call through Skype, you can still use your cell phone to call through Skype. If you want to call into the show, let us know what you think about it. Please call into the show. I will answer as soon as possible. I will definitely answer. So please come on in the chat, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, so we could definitely get this on and popping. The number is right there at the bottom. My overall rating is a B. I love the defensive pickups, but offensively we have been picking up are questionable. Yeah, Eli Apple was definitely questionable. Eli Apple was definitely a questionable one. The other one was questionable. A few of it wasn't questionable. More of it was more like position needs. More was like positioning, but the most questionable ones was Nelson Aguilar and Eli Apple. They was my two question marks that I have. Jeff Heath is gonna be more of a special teams type of guy. I love Carl Nasbitt. Malik Collins was definitely good, but Corey Littleton, I love that pick. I love that pick every single bit of it. I love that pick 100%. Nobody could tell me nothing about the Corey Littleton. Corey Littleton was an A plus that we definitely needed in getting rid of Tahir Whitehead. I really didn't want to, but I know he couldn't cover. And Corey Littleton could cover. And I love the fact that we do got Corey Littleton. So Corey Littleton was definitely something interesting there. Um, but yeah, so definitely call into the show 267-776-4735 if y'all want to call in and know more about the Raiders and ask us any questions about the draft. I really want to get into the draft because I know free agency is almost officially done. And shout out to everybody that's on Facebook that is watching from Facebook or on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel Spotlight Sports Talk. Please go on Facebook and like the Facebook page, which is Silver and Black Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I really thank y'all for tuning in, man. The Raider Nation is in the building. Other than Littleton, all the others has to make the team in my eyes. Um, I don't think Nick Kowalski has to make the team. I think Nick Kowalski is going to be a solid back for us. I don't think Nick Kowalski has to make the team. Nelson Aguilar is going to have to make the team. I think Carl Nasbitt has to make the team. Malik Collins probably I can say that as well. Um, yeah, it is a few of them that do have to make the team. That's just something that I just agreed upon. They do have to make the team. So yeah, I definitely do agree there. So please call into the show. Call into the show if you want to, hear, talk about the draft and who would you like to pick. If you want to be on here, please let me know. I can send you the link and I can add you on actually to the show so they can see your face. Let us know if you want to be on the actual show. And you are on the actual Raiders call in show. This is Darian. What is going on, man? Who is this calling in?
Spotlight, what's up, dude?
Oh, we got my guy, the Gridiron Blitz, that's in the building. What is going on, Gridiron Blitz? What's up with you, man? Gridiron, what's going on?
Hello?
Yo, bro, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, man. What's good with you?
What's going on, man? What's going on, man? What's up with you, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. I wanted to ask you, bro. You know I'm a Lions fan.
Oh God.
I want. No, 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 no. Hold
Here
on,
we
wait a
go.
minute.
Here
Y'all
we
beat us.
go. Here we go.
Y'all. No, no, no. Y'all beat us last year, fair and square. We had our quarterback in there. We lost that. It is what it is. I wanted to ask you about Darius Slade, man. So the Raiders were one of the teams that was really in the running. It came down to the Eagles and the Raiders. And as a matter of fact, you and I talked about it the night before the trade. And I just want to get your thoughts on the Darius Slade trade, man, and how you feel about him not coming to Oakland.
I'm kind of happy that we didn't get Darius Slay because of the contract.
Okay.
We wasn't willing to pay Darius Slay that kind of money because if you look at our free agency, we didn't break the bank for nobody. We didn't break the bank for anybody, and I feel like we wasn't gonna break the bank for Darius Slay. So I'm kind of happy that we got him, but in a way, we didn't. I think because Logan Ryan is still out there, so we need somebody that's going to fit our scheme. And I think Darius Slay do fit our scheme, but at the same time, I wasn't paying $50 million for a corner. I just wasn't doing it.
Yeah, now you know how I feel about D Slade. You already know. And everybody out in Raider Nation is gonna know from a real Lions fan. You got people that's on both sides of the fence here. Some Lions fans think he was elite, and some of us, including myself, think it was I. I mean, he definitely wasn't worth 30 million. 30 million guaranteed for 3 years. So this guy got 50 million with 30 million guaranteed. Darius Slade, I'm sorry if you're a Darius Slade fan, he was not a shutdown corner. He was not a lockdown corner. He was a big play corner. Okay, his nickname Spotlight was Big Play Slade. Okay, but I give him a new name, a different nickname. One play Slay. So I think y'all made the right decision. We got a third and a fifth pick. And we got rid of a cancer, man. Now I know it's some. I don't know. Did you hear the stuff Matt Patricia supposedly said to D Slay, man?
No, I actually didn't hear anything about it,
Oh
bro.
boy. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you in the chat look that up, man. But I think y'all made the. And now, what would you would have paid him, man? As far as what would you would have given up to Slay?
I probably would have, with me personally, I probably would have gave up one of our third round picks because we do have three third round picks in the third round. We got three picks in the third. I would have gave up um a third round and probably some a later round, and that's it. I wouldn't have gave up much, and I probably wouldn't have paid him $50 million. I think he would have been worth at least what 20, 30 million. I wouldn't give him no $50 million, and whatever he's
Yeah,
getting
he wanted.
guaranteed, I wouldn't do that because I just didn't want knowing that our cap space is good, but I feel like we could still go out and get good players in the draft, good corners in the draft. So,
Yeah.
and we could,
Yeah.
I'd rather pay the people in the draft knowing that they're younger, and I just, knowing that they're younger and knowing that they probably a little bit faster than Slay at this time, I just felt as though
Yeah.
that we wasn't going to break the bank for him. We probably would have to give up a lot for Slay, knowing what Slay was asking for, and then he got that extension. The Eagles did what they were supposed to do. So I'm happy for them, but at the end of the day, we'll find something in free agency again, probably like a Logan Ryan or a Rose on like a 1 or 2 year deal, just to have some type of
Yeah.
veteran in our backfield. I mean, in our corners, and yeah, I'd rather go that route.
Well,
But I'm kind of happy that we didn't get him.
yeah. I'm glad y'all didn't listen. He wanted. He thought he was too good. He was getting 10 this year. We didn't sign him. We extended Snack Harrison, and then we wound up cutting him as well. But he wanted at least like 17, 18, and that's pretty much if you include the 50 million, it comes down to almost 17 million a year. And I think that would have been overpaying for Slade. So, but I did have just one more thing for you, man. I saw one of your videos today, and you were talking about potentially you guys looking at Everson Griffin. And I particularly would love to see him in Detroit, man. But I just don't know. There's a lot of people that don't want to sign him. They think he's 32 and he's just out of gas. And I strongly disagree with that. I think Everson Griffin still got a lot in the tank. And personally, I would like to see him stay in the NFC North. But I would probably sign him, bro, to maybe a 12-year, maybe 8 or 9 guaranteed. For those guys who don't know, we signed Mike Daniels last year for 7.5 guaranteed. Gave him nine million, and this dude did nothing for our team. But Everson Griffin, man, I think he's a stud, and he would help us out so much. And I know you like them for the Raiders as well.
I like him for Raiders as well because I know he's up there in age. If they saying that he does have a lot of, if he's out of gas, that's when we went out and got Carl Nassib. That's when we went out and we got, the Max Crosby and the PJ Halls and the Maurice Hurst. With that rotation, it would give him
Yeah,
a spark and he won't have to play every down. So going out again,
exactly.
Everson Griffin, for us, it would definitely be solid on our end, knowing that even Malik Collins we got from the Cowboys in free agency on a 1 year deal. So just that rotation as well, I like it, but am I going to break the bank for him? No, I'm not going to break the bank for him. I don't think he wants to break the bank. I think he's just want to play. So if we do go out
Yeah,
and get an Everson Griffin before the draft, and we get him on a 1, 2 year deal, I take that.
yeah. But how much you willing to give though?
I overall contract, I'll probably give him about, I'll say 2 years, about not well. This is not guaranteed. I'll say about 2 years, 14 million, about six of that guaranteed.
Wow, so he would have. So how much would be in incentive? He would have 8 million in incentive,
Yeah,
like
I'll
eight,
say
eight.
yeah, like
Man,
one. Yeah, because that's what we doing with Malik Collins. Malik Collins has a 1 year deal, but he's getting 6 million guaranteed, but he could get up to 7.5 million in incentives. So it's like,
holy smokes! Wow.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like, so
I don't know, man. But Everson had 8 sacks, bro, at 32, at 31 years old. He's not out of gas in my opinion. He ate my team up, and it's not easy to eat my team up. but they're saying 5 of those sacks came against our team. But either way, I've seen him play against the Lions. I think you got to get this man. He gonna want some money, and I think at least 7, 8 guaranteed, bro. And I feel like if we sign a loser in Mike Daniels, we could definitely throw some money at Everson Griffin. We were 31st in the league, Darion. 31st, bro. We need all the help we can get.
Oh, trust
So
me, we was right down there with y'all. So that's why we need all the pass rushing that we can, man. We need to bring in some people that's going to come in and test out PJ Hall and Maurice Hurst at that defensive tackle position. That's why we went out and got Malik Collins. But Emerson Griffin could definitely come into competition with Carl Nassib that we got from Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and come in with some competition with Matt Crosby and Cleveland Farrell. So it could be a possibility that we could get him as well.
all right, man. Well, yeah, I just wanted to call, man. Good. Hey, I love the show, bro. Keep up the good work, man. The grind and is real, man. And I see you out here, so keep it up, man.
All right, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that, man. Thank you for calling in.
All right, man.
All right. And that is the Gridiron Blitz, y'all. The Gridiron Blitz is a Detroit Lions fan, but he's my brother from another mother, man. He's all the way from Detroit. He's a Detroit Lions fan, and he came in and called in and asked a few questions about the Raiders, about us trying to get Slay and Everson Griffin. So if y'all want to subscribe to the Gridiron Blitz, all you got to do is go in the search bar and type in the Gridiron Blitz, and please go subscribe to that man. That man is one of the hardest working YouTubers that talks Detroit Lions football at that time, or even sports in general. So back to piggyback off what he said, I did do a few videos earlier in the day, and I did the 5 free agents that we should get within before the NFL draft, and Emerson Griffin was one of them. Logan Ryan was another. um Brashard Perriman was another one. Robbie Anderson was another one. So it was pretty interesting. Shout out to Gil, man. Shout out to Gil and keep all your picks. Shout out to Gil, man. Mark Navarro, I'm gonna get back to you as well. What is the next step for the Raiders? The next step for the Raiders is build in the draft. Now, what we didn't get in free agency. That's one thing I can say. What we didn't get in free agency is we should go get in the draft. And a wide receiver is one of them at number 12 or at number 19. Now, according to a few mock drafts, they don't even have us getting a linebacker or a wide receiver at number 12 because of the free agency. Now, the free agency changed because we went out and got some needs that we were supposed to get during the draft, but a few mock drafts that I've seen, it don't even have us getting a linebacker or wide receiver at number 12. It's a lot of them saying get Derek Brown from Auburn, with is a defensive lineman as well, and I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me see. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put the link in the description if you do want to come on the actual StreamYard instead of calling in. If you do want to do that, so you want to show your face, please let me know. I will do that for you. I'll put the link. Let me put the link in the chat right now. I'm gonna put the link in the chat if you want to come on and be a part of the show. If you don't want to call in, if you want to show your face, I'm putting the link in the description. Put it right there. So there you go. There you have it. If you want to be a part of it, I'll bring you on, man, and we'll talk some Raider stuff. We'll definitely talk some Raider stuff. But I don't know why they say Derek Brown. I don't understand why they say Derek Brown that we should get at number 12, knowing that we just addressed the defensive line in free agency, knowing that we just got Malik Collins and Carl Nassib. That's what I didn't understand. I still think that we still go and get a wide receiver or a linebacker at number 12. If we don't get one of those, we get one of them and we flip-flop. So with that being said, if you do want to get on, here, just let us know, and we can have, a very, very fun show. What I can say is this. What at number 12, I still think we go get Kenneth Murray. And that's just my personal opinion. I still think we get Kenneth Murray. because Kenneth Murray is somebody that you can, or if it's Isaiah Simmons there. If it's an Isaiah Simmons there, I'll say go get him as well. That's just my personal opinion. And the reason why I say that is because bringing in veteranship at the linebacker and bringing in a younger person in the draft, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that. Number 12 or number 19 if he's there. CD Lamb at 12, CD Lamb at 12, or CD Lamb um at 19. I do like that, man. I do like that. And I have to say this. I have to say, I think Gruden is going to do a great job at drafting. Yeah, Gil, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Just like you know, I did put the link in the description if y'all do want to come on. Now, according to a few mock drafts, it don't even say we get either. It says number 13, the San Francisco 49ers get CD Lamb. I've been talking about this for months now that the Raiders should go out and get CD Lamb at 12 and go get Kenneth Murray or another linebacker at 19 or flip flop, depending on how it drops. Depending on how it drops. So, me per se, I feel as though that CD Lamb at number 12 makes more sense. At number 19, if we could go get two wide receivers in the first round, I take it. I will absolutely take it. I don't know what I don't know how would y'all say it because like how y'all not you see how deep this draft is? Do y'all see how deep this draft is with wide receivers? We can even go get a wide receiver later on in like the fourth or fifth round because of how deep this receiving core is. Even defensively, this defensive corners is very deep as well. So it's just really different to see how many people we could get. So come on in and hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's a Spotlight Sports Talk, y'all. We've been on here for an hour. We're going to keep talking. We're going to have some fun. If you want to be a part of this, come on and join. Come on and join, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna have some people come on here that's probably not part of the Raider Nation, but they do have questions for me. So hold up. All right, so CD Lamb at 12 and or Queen at 19. I'm not really a big fan of Queen. I'm not really a big fan of Queen is because a Queen is not a all around back. He's not an all around linebacker in my personal opinion. And I feel like with Queen, he can't cover. That's my only problem. That's my only problem with Queen that he does not cover much. And don't get me wrong, he's a hard hitter. But I feel like Kellen Murray is a better linebacker. He's a better linebacker than Queen. So that's the disagreement that we have there. But even if Isaiah Simmons falls, right? If none of these teams go get Isaiah Simmons, what are we waiting on? What are we waiting on? Like I would love to see Isaiah Simmons go into that top 12. If he does not, if he falls, and I tell you, if he falls, man, we cannot pass up on an Isaiah Simmons. He's the most versatile linebacker, in my personal opinion. He's the most versatile linebacker. And I feel like in the next couple of rounds, we should go out and get like corners. Is there definitely some good corners out there like a Trayvon Diggs, which is Stephon Diggs' brother. So if you know, I think he's good as well. I really think he's interesting. Simmons is going at 4 to the Giants. I live in New Jersey, and they are talking. Actually, I do have a Giants fan. I actually do have a Giants YouTuber called Entertainer Talking Sports, and he feels as though that the Giants is going to move down from number 4 to get their offensive lineman. They really need an offensive lineman more than they need a linebacker. They did draft Blake, but they didn't draft. That they did sign Blake Martinez, which I thought it was not a great signing for them because Blake Martinez is an okay linebacker, but he's not like a Nah, I just don't think so. But according to, I'm just going off the stats, what I saw from Kenneth Murray. Kenneth Murray is the most overall rounded linebacker in the draft, according to a lot of the scouts, a lot of people that are saying. But Queen, if Queen is going to be there, if he's going to be there, then he's going to be there. If not, that's absolutely fine too. But I don't think Isaiah Simmons is going to go at 4. I got a feeling that he is really going to drop. I really feel that he's going to drop. And if he falls to us, I will love it. But I don't see that happening. I can see him going to the Jaguars, because they're going to build up their defense. No, they just got rid of all their defensive players, so it's going to be a lot of players that's going to come in and try to get from the Raiders. But so I think CeeDee Lamb at 12 is the best pick. CeeDee Lamb, Higgins, Ruggs, or Judy. They are my top 4 receivers. They're my top 4 receivers is CeeDee Lamb, Ruggs, Higgins, and Judy. They're my top 4 receivers in the draft, in my personal opinion. And I feel like we should go out and get them. Definitely should go out and get them. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you do want to call into the show, please let me know. It's 267-776-4735. If you do want to come actually on the show, if you want to show your face on the show, we have the link right in the description, right in the comment section. Please come on in. That is the StreamYard link. If y'all want to say, have your opinions about the Raiders and what the Raiders should do, come on and call in and tune in. And we'll have ourselves a great time here, man. It's the Spotlight Sports Talk and the Silver and Black Podcast on Facebook. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's just been a great, great show so far, man. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to keep this as long as I can. I'm gonna try to do this earlier in the day because I know 8 o'clock is a bit late for a lot of people, and it shows. It shows, man. It definitely shows. So come on in and hit the like button. Hit that like button on Facebook as well. Please share this on Facebook as well. Now, I want to get into this though. I want to get into this. My question is, for all y'all out there, who do y'all feel like we should have got in free agency? Who do y'all feel like who we should have got in free agency? That's just me. Name one person that was out there in free agency. Who do you think the Raiders should have went and got that we didn't get? The Raiders need a cornerback at 19. That's a good one. That's a good one. I wouldn't mind a corner or a linebacker. It doesn't matter because we still have 3 picks in the third round. We should have landed Byron Jones. Byron Jones. Byron Jones wants so much money. So much money. So asking for Byron Jones, no, I kind of disagree there just because of Byron Jones wanted a lot of money and he got his money in Miami. He got his money in Miami. So I can't even be mad at that. I can't even mad. Chris Harris was one of them. I would have loved to have Chris Harris more than I would have had Byron Jones just because Chris Harris didn't break the bank. Just because he didn't break the bank. So I'm waiting for, and we got, let me fix this real quick. And we got Fierce Raider. Oh, he left the chat. I don't know what just happened. Fierce Raider, I thought he was coming on to say what he had to say, and hopefully he could get back on. But Chris Harris, that's definitely one. Chris Harris, I did love. I know he was a part of the Donkeys, and he decided not to come to the Raiders, but he decided to go to the goddamn Chargers. That's another one. But we're back, man. We got Fierce Raider in the building. What is going on, Fierce Raider? What's going on, man?
Hey, what's happening, G?
None, man. None, man. What's happening with you, man?
Man, not much, man. I'm at work, really.
It's
I'm
all
working.
good, man. It's all good. But
Yeah.
how do you feel about the how you feel about free agency and what you feel like we should do in the draft since free agency is almost damn near over.
I mean, I think as far as free agency, I think we did what we could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we went after corners and stuff. You know, a lot of them corners they wanted more. You know, too much money. You know. Then you have one guy. What's his name? Chris Harris. Yeah, I hope we had the. I hope we embarrass this dude next year, man. Cause
Yeah,
we offered him a sweet deal. He just was like, no, man, I fit with the Chargers better. Yeah, I hope he paid for that.
yeah. I think he wanted to go over there and be with Derwin James and them boys over there, but I hope we
Yeah.
scorch him as well because we gave him a nice little deal and he decided not to come with not to come with us. Now knowing that we picked up Eli Apple, where
Uh
do
huh.
what round do you think that we should go get a corner? Do we should go get a corner at 19 or we should go get a corner in those those one of those third round picks? Because we got three picks in the third
Uh
round.
huh.
So
Honestly, man, I think we. I don't really don't think we should trade down or nothing, man. I think we should pick a corner at 19 and pick a receiver at 12.
and who would be that receiver, man?
Oh man. Shoot, it's split. Honestly, I I ain't gonna lie. I love CD Lamb, dude. But after doing some research and film study, CD Lamb is a great receiver. However, for what we need on offense, we definitely need a guy that could stretch the field, man. Because if you think about it, all of the guys that we got in free agent, they're like 4-4, 4 or 5 runners. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to say Henry Ruggs at 12, bro. For the simple fact, and I'm gonna tell you something else too. A lot of people are slipping on this dude's route running and catching ability. You know what I'm saying? Like Ruggs could open up the whole playbook, man. In order for a guy like CeeDee Lamb to flourish the way he did in college in the NFL, you would need a speed burner like Ruggs. Because if you really think about it, last year, what was everybody complaining about as far as our receiving core?
Look, getting open in space in the deep ball.
Exactly. And see, that's the thing. Like, CeeDee Lamb, he would fit on offense, but you need speed burners, man. Because everything last year, everything just about everything was underneath, and that's
Yeah,
how the
everything was
Chiefs.
was very underneath. It was very underneath, and it was very conservative calling too by John Gruden.
Yeah, but everything was underneath, and what was happening is our playbook was predictable because, for the simple fact, we didn't really have nobody as speed burner. Now we got Rico Gafford, but he practice squad. Obviously, he's only thing he can provide is speed. You know what I'm saying? He's probably struggled to get off the line and press cover stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But Ruggs to me is the honestly the most complete receiver in the draft, in my opinion. And it's not because of his speed; it's because of he made a 42 vertical jump. Obviously he's fast. He got the best hands in college, man. Dude dropped one pass last year. One pass. And he dropped 5 passes his whole college career. I mean, it's just I think he's better than what people say he is, and I can see the Raiders drafted him at 12 just like last year. Remember when everybody was screaming screaming Josh Allen and Devin Bush.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they was screaming at a lot. They definitely was screaming at a lot. Um, but I
Oh,
don't know if you can hear me, but I do thank you for coming, calling in, giving us your input on the Raiders, man. So thank you for, finding my channel and subscribing to it as well. I'll definitely have more Raiders content out during the week,
We
and I'll be doing
ended
these
up getting
more
Furrow
often.
instead.
Say what? I don't know if he can hear me, but I do want to thank him for you know I do want to thank him. I don't thank him for coming on to the chat. Um, I don't know what actually happened. Let me see if I can get him back on. Can you hear me now, man?
I think it's delayed. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, the people in the chat saying that is like is lagging on your end. Yeah, they saying that is lagging on your end, bro. So I don't know what actually happened with him. I don't know what happened with him, but I do want to thank Fierce Raider for coming on to the show. Thank you so much. Hopefully he could call back in and let us know more about it, man. If y'all do want to come on to the show, if y'all do want to come on to the show and let us know how you feel about the Raiders, please come on in the chat. Both links are in the chat right there. Gil Soto says that Marcus Mariota was your best move. I don't think it was our best move. I think Corey Littleton was our best move. I think that we definitely get a splash with him. I actually love the fact that we did get him as well. Corey Littleton was definitely our best pick. Gil Soto, what's going on, brother? What is going on? Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, knowing that this is my first time ever doing this, man. Knowing it surprisingly that I don't have a lot of people in this chat. A lot of people are live, so I'm trying to, bring the Raider Nation into the chat. So shout out to the Raider Nation on Facebook. I'm only got 6 people watching on YouTube. I think on Facebook it's a little bit more. Yeah, it's 15 people watching on Facebook than it is on actually YouTube. My bad, bro. It got delayed. No, it's all good. It's all good, my brother. It's all good. It's all good, brother. You don't gotta worry about it, man. You all good, go. It's all good, bro. But I do want to thank everybody, for tuning in into the show. Hopefully we can get more people in the chat. More people can call. If you want to call on your cell phone, you could call this number here, which is 267-776-4735. If you have any questions about the Raiders or you got something good to say about the Raiders, please let me know right now. I thought on Collins getting a proven deal. Let me put this comment here. So, Henderson at 19. Oh, CJ Henderson at 19, bro. Okay, I can see that. I could definitely see that. Um, yeah, Henderson is definitely good. He's very under the radar corner. A lot of people is not talking about him as well. So yeah, I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. Jay Raider says thoughts on getting Collins on a proven deal. I think it's a good deal. I think it's a great deal. And the reason why I say that is a great deal because he has to prove himself at the end of the day. He has to prove himself at the end of the day, and he has to show why he's the guy, why he needs to be a part of the Raiders more than just 1 year. That's just my personal opinion. Now, with Malik Collins, he has a high motor. He doesn't give up on a play. But the question is, does he fit Paul Guntner's offense? No, my battery is at 3%, bro. Okay. Okay, that no problem, man. No problem, bro. That's we'll have you back on sooner or later. Hopefully, we can get some more people to come on and be a part of the Raider Nation. And Raider Nation, if you are watching on Facebook, please come over to YouTube and come to Spotlight Sports Talk. I am going to put that in there as well. So YouTube Spotlight Sports Talk. Why do we call? You could call to ask questions. You could call to ask questions about the Raiders. If you want to call and ask anything about the Raiders, how you feel about free agency, you could call us and let us know anything about the show. If you want to have your voice to be heard, call us on the show. We would love to have you on the show and ask me anything that you would like to ask. I'll be doing this call-in show every single Sunday until we grow this channel. That's what we're going to do. We're going to grow both channels, both on Facebook and YouTube. It's Facebook, it's the Silver and Black Podcast. And on YouTube, it is Spotlight Sports Talk. But this segment alone is going to be on the Silver and Black Podcast playlist on the Spotlight Sports Talk channel. So if you do want to call in and tell us how you feel about everything, just let us know. Let us know, man, because the draft is coming up. We're like 30 days away from the draft. And I'm excited. I'm really excited what the draft and what has in store for the draft. I'm loving every single bit of this right now. I'm loving every single bit of what the Raiders can do at 12 and 19. It's really unpredictable. It's really unpredictable on what you could get with number 12 and number 19. And hopefully a wide receiver is one of them. Wide receiver is one of them. I got 16 people watching on Facebook. 16 people watching on Facebook. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, 16 people watching on Facebook. But I do love the draft. And I'm very excited for it, knowing that we don't have a second rounder. Don says if we get a safety like Grant Delpit or Xavier McKinney, the next Jonathan Abram, man, that would be a scary sight. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that either. Like, I just want us to address the corners like we said we were. That's what I really want. Address the corners, address the linebackers, and I think and address the wide receiver position. That's what we really slacking at. I think we addressed the linebackers, we addressed the defensive line, we addressed the offensive line, we addressed the tight ends. We just didn't address the wide receiver position. So wide receiver, linebacker, and corners and safeties is our needs for the drafts if we don't get nobody in free agency. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Can we ask about another team? No, we cannot ask about another team. This is the Raiders call-in show. Raiders call-in show only. If you have any questions about the Raiders, you could call us. You could call us and ask us any questions about the Raiders. The number is 267-776-4735. If you want to ask us any questions about the Raiders and how do you feel about free agency, let us know right now. Call into the show. And Raider Nation, we know that you're watching. All 11 of y'all on Facebook are watching. I know that you're watching, Raider Nation. So please call into the show. Ask me anything that y'all want to ask. I would love to answer all your questions when it comes to Raiders content, y'all. Raiders content. And that's where we're big at, man. That's exactly where we're big at. And we're trying our best, to give you this every single week with storylines and news. So the Silver and Black Podcast and the Spotlight Sports Talk are in this together, y'all. We are in this together. But I am going to end this soon because I seem like it's not a lot of people in the chat. But if you have any questions, a live Q&A, just let me know because I am going to do a live Q&A every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, I will do a live Raiders live Q&A. So definitely want to stick around for that as well. If you don't want to stick around for it, it's absolutely fine. But Tuesdays will be the live Q&A, and Sundays will be the call-in show for the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm loving this stadium behind me, ladies and gentlemen. I am loving this stadium behind me, man. This is awesome that I'm doing this for y'all, and it's awesome to to have this show go on. But if you do want to come on the show, and you want to have your face shown, come on in on StreamYard and have it, man, and let us have it. But we having so much fun here, man. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. I didn't want to make this too long because we don't have a lot of people in the chat. And I really went through everything. So me personally, my free agent grade for the Las Vegas Raiders, my free agent grade is going to be a B. Okay, so we have a caller. You are on the Las Vegas Raiders call-in show. This is Darian. How can I help you today, man? What's going on? What's your name?
What's up, man? Your boy is back, bro. I saw nobody was calling you, so I wanted to call you back, man. Man, we go through the same thing, so I know how it is.
What is going
Somebody,
on, man? What's up with you, man?
I did somebody said, can we talk about another team? So I'm gonna keep it all Raiders. I want to ask you as a Raiders fan and the people in the chat. Again, you guys got packed up. It was L.A., it was Oakland, and now they packing you up, man. They're moving you a state or so over. Just trying to feel like how does that make you feel, man? As a Raiders, we as a Lions fan, we got one of the oldest teams in the league, bro. I think we like fifth team or something like that, and they're talking about maybe moving us. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. So how does that make you feel, man, as a Raiders fan, bro? Like the black hole is gonna be transferred. You know what I'm saying? So how does that feel?
I really felt like that we was forced out. And I'm gonna be honest, because mind you, while we was in Oakland, we was sharing a field with the Oakland Athletics. So
Right.
they didn't want to give us a separate field. So the Oakland Athletics can have their field and the Oakland Raiders can have their field. The city of Oakland itself did not want to give us a stadium. They didn't want to. So what they did, they forced Mark Davis' hand. And then when Mark Davis decided to go to Vegas, Oakland was trying to stop that from happening. But you don't want to give us a stadium. We in one of the oldest stadiums of all time in Oakland. The stadium is old. There's a lot of stuff that need to be re-innovated with that stadium, with the black hole. And then you gotta half of a baseball field where half of the football field is dirt. We're not getting
Yeah, I
treated
never
well in
felt like
Oakland.
yeah, I never felt like that. Even Miami, man, when they do it and when they were doing it, I just don't feel like that works. It just doesn't. It doesn't match. I worry about player safety. You know what I'm saying? You running on dirt. You know what I mean? So that's kind of shady, though, man. But Las Vegas, that's like if you had to pick a spot, man, that's the spot to be. So I mean, I know it's still. I called them Oakland earlier, so I'm still getting used to it, man. You feel like you kind of got used to it a little bit, or you
I
still
I,
adjusting?
I kind of got used to it, but I mean, it's still Oakland, man. To me, right now, it's still Oakland until we play our first game in Vegas. Do you see this beautiful stadium behind me, man? Like,
Yeah, that,
listen,
that thing is probably the best one, like one of the best stadiums I've ever seen, bro.
oh my God,
It's
like,
gorgeous.
and just imagine if all this coronavirus stuff was not going on, man. I probably would have made my way to Vegas for the draft. I probably would have just to see the
Yes,
stadium alone, just to
yes,
see the building of this, just to see the building of this stadium. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I've heard, man, that I think I think Trav was telling me that they moved it indoors. Is that really the case? That they moved the draft indoors?
yes, I think the draft is going to be indoors. The draft is going to be indoors. It is just going to be media only. The fans is not going to be able to be involved. Because I do have my guy, Snick Sports Show. He's from Vegas, so he gives me all the insight that living in Vegas and what's going on in Vegas right now. He said the Las Vegas Strip is so empty right now; it does not make any
Yeah.
sense. So
Wow.
is no fans at the NFL draft, so it's going to be held indoors.
Well, at least, man, what was I about to say? At least Roger Goodell won't get booed. That's like, at
Oh
least
yeah,
he won't get booed live and in person.
I'm about to say he'll get booed virtually. So
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, I just thought about that. Like, y'all was LA for a while, and then Oakland. It took me a while to be like the Oakland Raiders. It's still just like the St. Louis Rams never felt right. So now that never, and then I got to redo it, and the Las Vegas. It just doesn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? So I I don't know, man. I'm still getting used to it, but yeah, I imagine that must be hard for a fan to go through.
Yeah, like I listen. I know the transition. I mean, I wasn't around when it was the L.A. Raiders, but I was around when they were Oakland. So I'm so used to saying Oakland instead of Las Vegas. But I'm just gonna say Las Vegas Raiders. I'm gonna try to just keep saying it because knowing once I do these start live play by plays and reactions, once I start doing the games, I have no choice to say Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah,
So
you're right. You're right, man.
it
You're
me
right.
it me making these videos, it's typing Las Vegas Raiders, it's just making me, it's just like, repetition. I just have to keep saying it instead of saying Oakland.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be tough adjustment, man. But yeah, I just wanted to call back, man, and see how that. You know what you got to do, man. I'm gonna talk to your people. I'm gonna talk to your people real quick. The people out here, this man is providing a show for y'all, and Darian, you gonna have to make them feed for it, man. That's the only way they're gonna call in. So if you don't do that, then they not gonna do it, man. So I'm just like, take advantage of this platform. I'm sure he did this for the people, and because like, you don't have, if you call into a radio station, you on for 2 hours. You on hold for 2 hours. So take advantage of it. The people on Facebook, people on YouTube, and all other platforms. Utilize the platform, man. He does this for y'all, so make sure y'all hit him up. See, I can say that because I'm not a I'm on the outside, but I'm just saying,
Right,
man.
you on the outside, looking in, brother, with the Lions, man.
I'm on
But
the outside, but hey, you know how I do it over here, man. I mean, we get about 2 or 3 calls, but what I notice, man, is like you doing this, boy, one day a week, and just, hey, you doing your thing, man. So I see the videos, I see the everything, man. So keep pushing, bro. 3K is on the way.
yeah,
So
3K is definitely
appreciate
on the
what you
way.
do, man. Absolutely, man. So I'll holler at you, bro.
All right, thank you so much, man.
All right, man. Call in to the show. Stop playing around.
No problem, man. Shout out to Gridiron Blitz, man. Gridiron Blitz, a Detroit Lions fan, a Detroit Lions or all Michigan YouTuber, man. Shout out to the Gridiron Blitz. That is one of my boys, man. That's one of my boys. Knowing that we still got that win over the Detroit Lions this past year, so I'm going to ride that wave until the actual season starts again. But I did have another caller coming in, but I guess he hung up. I'm not too sure, but if you do want to call back in, please let us know if you do want to call back in. Water King, what's going on? Water King, what's up, my brother? What's going on? Come on in and hit the like button, man. Come on, hit the like button. I'm really trying to get the Raider Nation to be a part of this platform because I'm going to be doing this every week. I'm doing a live Q&A on Tuesdays. So here we go. You are on the Las Vegas Raiders live call-in show. Who is this calling in?
Elijah Meyer.
What's going on, Elijah? What's going on, man? How are you? How are you, young sir? What's up with you?
Good. How do you feel about Derek Carr?
How do I feel about Derek Carr? I feel like he's our quarterback. He's our quarterback, and the reason why I say that because, I mean, look what he did with no receiver, not really a real number one receiver last year. So 4,000 passing yards, 70% completions. He didn't have no double digit interceptions, but he did have double digit touchdowns. Wasn't the best touchdown ratio, I could say, but Derek Carr, that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback for right now, knowing that he's going to be in competition with Marcus Mariota. So yeah, I really want, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to watch, but I do like Derek Carr, knowing the 6 years that he's been here. I am a big fan of Derek Carr.
Okay. Do you think he did better this year, or do you think he could have been better like other years?
He could have been better this year in the red zone. As a team, we could have been better in the red zone. We didn't have a lot of red zone touchdowns, and I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. We didn't. Derek Carr is a quarter. No, it's Derek, not Devin. It's Derek Carr. Water King is Derek Carr. But Derek Carr, he could have did better in the red zone. But I feel like John Gruden needs to expand the playbook. He needs to expand the playbook because if you look at him, when you look at Derek Carr from 2016, Derek Carr in 2016 was an MVP quarterback. We went 12-4 with Derek Carr when the playbook was open and Bill Musgrave was our offensive coordinator. If we could expand the playbook and get the deep ball going, no matter what wide receiver we get in the draft or what wide receiver that we get in free agency, Derek Carr will be better. He will be better. The little short intermediate routes, cool. Understand that you got to give Josh Jacobs his carries, cool. But at the same time, we need to score points. That's the only way we're going to win this. That's the only way the Raiders is going to win if you score points and play defense.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. So,
All right. All right, man. Thank you for calling in. I really do appreciate you calling in, man. Just keep on, keep on grinding, stay in the chat and keep supporting. I really do appreciate you supporting the channel.
yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
And that was Elijah, y'all. Thank you, Elijah, for calling in. I really do appreciate you calling in. What is red zone? Red zone means from the 20-yard line to the end zone. That's your red zone touchdowns. So from the 20-yard line to the end zone, and you're on your side of the ball as an offense, that is your red zone. You're going to be better in the red zone if Jacobs gets better. Not even just Jacobs. Jacobs going to get better. He did have he was nicked up a little bit last season. I can say that. But just passing touchdowns in the red zone. That's what we need. You need speed to expand the playbook, though. Yeah, and I think we should go out and get that speed with Ruggs or Higgins or Judy or any speedster wide receiver that we could go get. You need speed and you need playmakers to open it up, though. So if we go out and get that, then I think John Gruden is going to open up the playbook. Yeah, we definitely need a threat. I think we got the threats at tight end. Tyrell Williams should be 100% healthy coming back this year. He's definitely going to be the number 2. Hunter Renfrow is going to be our third down machine. That's just, in my opinion, Hunter Renfrow is going to be our third down machine. That's just how I see it. But definitely, if y'all do want to call into the show at 267-776-4735. I will be doing this every single Sunday for the call-in show, and I'll be doing a live Q&A on Tuesday for the Raiders. I will be uploading a lot of content, and I would like to do this show for 2 hours and talk Raiders with y'all, because at the end of the day, the Raiders are my passion, man. I've been a Raiders fan since 1998, y'all. I look young, but I'm not young. I'm 34 years old, and I've been a Raiders fan since 1998. And I'm so excited about this. So excited. And I'm so excited about this season, just what we're getting with the Raiders, man. And I love the fact that the Raiders are doing what they're supposed to do to get back to the promised land. Like, the Super Bowls have not been the same since the Raiders been to the Super Bowl. Like, we have some great games, but the Raiders are known for going to Super Bowl. In our franchise alone, 3 times we've been to Super Bowl. Well, 4 times we've been to Super Bowl, but we lost one to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But we all knew how that went at the end of the day. We all knew how that went. But me being a diehard Raiders fan, wearing this silver and black is very prestigious. It's very prestigious. And I would love to have Raiders fans call in and say what they got to say. I would love to hear your voices in this chat. I would love to hear your voices, because it's only right for Raiders fans to come in and have a live call-in show for the Raiders fans to have their opinions. Fierce Raider says 96. Wow, 2 years after me, and I've been riding with this team since 98 through the ups and the downs and the tuck rule and everything and the index card situation with the Dallas Cowboys. If y'all remember that, it was just so much that Raiders fans has went through. Now we finally have a platform to give y'all these voices. Probably was a little bit unprepared for this. I really didn't write down too many topics for this, but at the same time, I do want to thank everybody for tuning in on the Silver and Black podcast on Facebook and the Spotlight Sports Talk on YouTube. I do want to thank y'all for tuning in so much. Thank y'all for tuning in every Sunday. But instead of being at 8 o'clock, I'm going to make it around 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time will be Sundays Raiders live call-in show. 5 o'clock every Sunday. And on Tuesdays, the live Q&A will be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3 p.m. live Q&A, Raiders live Q&A. And I will have a ton of videos coming down the pipeline for y'all for the Raiders. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, I can have a co-host on here so we could talk more about Raider stuff on the Silver and Black podcast. But this is my first time ever doing this on here, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all to death. Thank y'all so much, and we out of here, y'all. I see y'all later.